right, race fans. Welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans. Welcome to the Milwaukee Mile. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series visits the first oval of the season, and it's the Milwaukee Mile. A great flat track located up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 200 laps tonight. And we got your oval experts out in force. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory here at the Milwaukee Mile? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, the IndyCar Series at the first oval of 3 of the season. And it's a mile. It's Milwaukee Mile. It's all live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right. Thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here today. We got a good race here for you, I believe, man. Very fun track here at Milwaukee. It's the Milwaukee Mile. Again, it's race 3 of an 8-race season. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And round number 3 here at the Mile in Wisconsin. About 6.5 minutes left to go in the practice session. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, no matter where you are in the world, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you a server with your best pings. How about hosting your website or your online store? Also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. We've got a quick link to our Discord server. If you'd like to join us for some racing, that's where we do most of our business. But, head on over to HighOctaneRacing.net. We'd love to have you. Like we said, this is race number 3 of the schedule. Next week we'll be at Indianapolis GP. Great track, one of my favorite road courses. It's actually home for me. I live about 40 miles away from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Following that, race number 5 will be Nashville, another oval, and then Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the granddaddy of all ovals. 100-lap race on May the 25th. And then we'll finish it out with 2 road courses, Detroit Grand Prix and Toronto, for races 7 and 8. Zaleski has been the fastest in the practice session here so far. Coming up a little later tonight, we'll have Kansas Speedway 100-lap race in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. It's race number 8 of the season, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, mix it up with the boys. The Saturday Night Thunder been going on for 23 years. So the Cup Series at Kansas tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, let's take a look at the track here at the Milwaukee Mile. It is just a smidge over 1 mile in length, located in West Allis, Wisconsin. Again, 1.015 miles, 1.6 kilometers in length, and it's a flat track, man. It's really hard on those right side tires, especially the right front tire. And I think that's going to be a challenge for these guys today, man. But a lot of room to race here, a little bit of an interesting pit lane as well. But very flat, 1 mile oval, a lot of speed down the straightaways, and you're going to have to downshift through the turns. Take a look at the standings coming into today's race. Andres Valles. I don't see him here tonight, man, so he's going to take a hit in the points, I think, if we don't see him really very soon. Sits number 1 in points, 14 points up on Alexis Salvia. William Snowden is 3rd, Emerson Sirkowski 4th, Mateus Zaleski sits in that tag 5. Hugo Correa, Harvey Shepard, Roy Ton, Willow Dunbar, and Alexander Meshkov rounding out the top 10. Take a look at page number 2 there, led by Gordon Carter in the 11th position. Eugene Fedorov is 12th, Fabio Mazza 13th, Ben Cade 14th, Chivaldo Spindler 15th, Claudio Bardelli Jr. 16th, and Tony Furtado sits 17th in points. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be in action at Darlington Raceway for race number 2 of the season on May the 7th. That's Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The trucks at the Lady in Black 110-lap race on Tuesday. And, of course, the Bushwhacker Series will be back in action on Friday at Darlington as well. Race number 8 of the season. And 110 laps there. And that'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Take a look at my race keys here today at the Milwaukee Mile. Tires, man. I know it's really easy to try to get through those corners, with balls out, so to speak. But, man, you will burn off those right side tires here. So take care of your tires. I think if we have long green flag runs, that guys with those fresh tires on the outside or better tires on the right side are going to be better. So corner transition is key here, I think. Use the slipstream, too. You got fast straightaways. Use the slipstream, try to get around some guys, maybe get underneath them, maybe pass on the high side. Pit stops on point. It's an interesting pit lane, man. You don't have a timing line on the entrance or the exit of pit lane. So you got a light on either end, but not a timing line. So it is a little crazy. Plus the way that you enter and exit pit lanes is a little different here as well. And know when to go, man. Maybe the last 25 laps of this race, you're going to have to get on the up on the edge of the seat and make it happen. Like these guys are now going to the qualification session. These guys will be heading to quals. Right now, a little bit of a lighter field here. It looks like this season these guys have clamored for a season, but we've had a little bit lighter turnout here with these folks here in the IndyCar series. We've had a little chat about that, as a matter of fact. It's like Dan Richter out on the track. Take a look at that. Dan Richter, our first qualifier. Going to set the pace for these boys. .22.604 for Dan Richter. Pretty fast time, and I think you might be able to skirt down to that high 21s if you really hit your marks. .22.222. String of twos there for Dan Richter. Gordon Carter in the 56 car. Got a little work to do for lap number 2. 23.302 for lap number 1 for Gordon Carter. And Dan Richter at the top time. Fedorov up to P2. Gordon Carter right now is third. So these other guys waiting to come out. So 22.774 for Gordon Carter. Fabio Mazza with his first lap is just 4/10 off Richter's time. 22.638 for Mazza. And Mateusz Zaleski in his first lap. Capturing. Oh, second lap hard into the wall. 22.066 though. Screaming first lap there for Mateusz Zaleski. I think that's probably going to hurt him right there. You see too much speed there will end up biting you, because Zaleski looks like he's P1 here so far. It's like Snowden, Bardelli Jr., Salviev, Steneker, and Indevect. Kike Indevect is have yet to make a qualification attempt. We just played that song, didn't we? We better get something else up there. There we go. We've got about 5 minutes left in the qualification session. It's like Bardelli Jr. going to make his qualification attempt. .23.313 for Claudio Bardelli Jr. Right now, 6th on the grid. Oh, and he gets a little bit loose off. Slamming that car into the wall. Thank you, Jan Stedeker. His outlap. Zaleski is a top time. Richter third, or second. Salviev right now is third. And Jan Stedeker. Let's see where lap number 1 was. 22.206. Stedeker up to P2. He's got a lot of laps out through the week at this track, so a lot of practice there for Stedeker. (22.131). Stedeker there, better in that time a little bit. 22.066. Mike Indevect is in her first attempt here in the IndyCar series. Oh, we'll get somebody joining in the middle of quals. How the heck does that work? And that caused a little bit of a hiccup there. 23.928 for Kike Indevect. So somehow somebody was able to join during the qualification session. I'm not sure who that is, but... So it looks like quals, about a minute, a little under 2 minutes left to go. Does look like we got somebody trying to come back in. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us here tonight on TurnLeftTV. A little bit of a light crowd here, but I appreciate you being here. Let's get this party started. All right, we'll take a look at the final results here in quals. Will Snowden qualifies in P1. Mateusz Zaleski qualifies second. Hank Jan Stedeker qualifies third. Dan Richter fourth. Alexei Salviev qualifies in the fifth position. Fabio Mazza qualifies sixth. Gordon Carter seventh. Eugene Fedorov eighth. Claudio Bargelli Jr. qualifies in the ninth position. And Nowitzki Kijk Indevect. Took me a while to get that right. I don't know if I got the first name right, but there you go. There's the top 10. We are on the warm-up session, and 7.5 minutes left to go before we drop the green flag. Yeah, we'll take a look at my keys to the race here. Take care of those tires. Corner transition, a big one, and that will help you save your tires if you're patient on corner transition. Also, use a slipstream, man. You're gonna have the long straightaways, fast straightaways. You're gonna have to use the slipstream to get around people. Make sure your pit stops are on point. 30 miles per hour on pit lane. That is like a snail's pace. That's like 48 kilometers an hour, I think. A snail's pace, and you got to know when to go. All right, I'm going to have to get my pick in here. We got some guys joining us in the chat session. Appreciate those folks joining us, checking it out. Fabio Mazza, Claudio Bargelli Jr., Gibaldo, all those guys participating today. My pick to win this race. Woo, boy. My pick is Zaleski today. I think he's got he's been out here early, came out through the week, got some laps in. I think that's the winning formula. Learning how to save those tires, and he has been fast. So I think Mateusz Zaleski going to be one of those guys they want to take a look at here, and I think he's going to get the win today. Got 3 minutes left to go before we drop the green flag. We'll get the command to start the engines, I guess. About 2.5 minutes left to go. I wanted to say thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Appreciate everybody coming out and watching videos here, sharing the videos, supporting the channel. Also have some links down in the description of this race. Got a PayPal link if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all those folks who have done so. And also, I have a SimLab web link there, so help me out by clicking on that if you're interested in purchasing something through them. Please use my link. I have a SimLab race rig, and I love it, man. That's what I even do my broadcasting from. Do my racing, do my broadcasting from my sim rig. All right, well, here we go. I think practice or warm-up is over. Not practice definitely over. Warm-up is over. It's about ready to kick off here in the IndyCar series. It is the Milwaukee Mile here tonight. So 200 laps here is race number 3 of the season. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And we are ready to rock and roll. Let's take a look at the starting order here tonight, or today, depending on what your vision is. William Snowden starts in P1, but Zaleski starts in the second position. Hank Jan Stedeker starts third, Dan Richter fourth. Starting in fifth, Alexei Salviev. Fabio Mazza starts in sixth, Gordon Carter seventh. Eugene Fedorov starts in the eighth position. Starting in ninth is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Witsky Van Indevek starts in 10th, and Givaldo Spindola starts in the 11th spot. All right, boys and girls, this is going to be a fun one. 200 lap race. Got the teammates side by side, Snowden and Zaleski side by side. And don't forget those race keys. Take care of those tires. Try to get the good transition through the corners. I think each end of the track is just one big corner. Use the slipstream here. Make sure your pit stops are on point and know when to go here at Milwaukee. William Snowden will lead the field here to take the green flag. How about Eugene Fedorov joining us today as well? Good to see Eugene out racing with us. Pace car, I think, indicating it's going to be coming off track. So the Milwaukee Mile. The pace car is in. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And Zaleski gets a great start there and jumps out to the race lead. He started outside pole. Snowden now in second. Jan Stedeker. I think Jan Stedeker is in the third position. Dan Ritter P4. Stedeker looking on the low side there of William Snowden. He gets by. Snowden back to the third position. Stedeker looking like he wants to get up there and mix it up. And he's trying to run down Zaleski. Zaleski is our leader. Good start there for him. Take a look at Dan Richter running in P4 on board here with him. Down the straightaway. Our Indiana drivers. Tell you what, man, you grow up in Indiana, you grow up around Indy cars. He likes those Indy cars just north of Indianapolis, a couple hours. Maybe an hour and a half or so. Fabio Mazza now looking on the, trying to hold on to that outside position as Salviev gets by. Salviev pushing the issue, and now Fabio Mazza looking on the inside. Mazza now, oh, they're side by side, oh! And there's a wreck right there. Boy, he slid up the track and got into Fabio. Wow, man, that was a tough one right there. And we got a caution flag there. It looks like Fabio comes down pit lane. Big time damage there for him. As Zaleski now taking the caution flag. Little bit of maybe a little lack of patience here early on, but Fabio Mazza now on pit lane. And we'll go back here and take a look at this. Take a look here. Is Bardelli Jr. He's to the inside, and actually he comes up the track, gets into Fabio. Fabio up the track. So it looked like that was a Bardelli Jr. to the inside. Fabio Mazza was up on the outside. And then contact there. This guy's doing a good job of getting by. Man, that was just lost the grip on the car and came up the track. So our first caution flag, and look at this, it's snail's pace under caution, man. You definitely do not want to have too many caution flags here at the Milwaukee Mile. So our leader is Matej Zaleski. Hank-Jan Steneker is second, Snowden third, Richter fourth, and rounding out the top five is Alexei Salvia. These guys are going to come down pit lane. It looks like, no, they some of them just elect to stay out. Looks like Zaleski elected to stay out. But it does look like some folks are on pit lane. So Zaleski is out here. This is interesting on these tires as quickly as they wear out. Take a look at Stedeker on pit lane. Tight pit lane here at Milwaukee. Stedeker a long pit stop. So maybe some of these guys taking two tires. So interesting strategy here from Zaleski. Unless he's going to dive down pit lane this time. I think early on I just take tires every time. There's no tire rule here. You know, you're not limited on the number of tires that you take. I think any time that I'm going to pit under, we have a caution flag, I'm going to come down pit lane and get some tires. Right side tires are hugely important here. It does look like Bardelli Jr. is going to come down pit lane. He's going to start into the longest line. Snowden in second. Salvia now up to the third position with some of those guys coming down pit lane, and he has moved up the grid pretty quickly. That could be dangerous for the rest of these guys. Salvia, our defending champion. So Mazza now down one lap with all of that damage So it'd be hard to get the lap back here. And you may have to try to do a little, have a little luck here with some pit strategy in order to get that lap back. So Zaleski is our leader. And remember, restarts here, single file, which makes it even more difficult to get a lap back if you're sort of in the middle of that pack. I believe the lights are out on the pace car. Sometimes with RF2, don't quite get the right signaling there from the pace car, but I believe the get the one to go here. Pace car does look like it's coming back down pit lane, so here we go. Get ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're back. As Zaleski is the leader. Salviev gets a good start there in second. William Snowden is third. Zaleski not messing around today. We got a pretty good lead here, about a half a second lead on that start. Salviev is in second. Gordon Carter up to the fourth position, but he's got company. Gordon Carter, the 56 car, running in the fourth position. Starting to get a little racy there behind him. See Givaldo Spindola and Henk-Jan Stedeker. They're battling it out. That's P5, P6. Givaldo diving down to the inside. Givaldo looking pretty fast here. He is there pushing Gordon Carter, but Henk-Jan Stedeker. Oh, right there, a little touch. Stedeker might have gotten into the back of Givaldo. And that'll mess your wing up there. You got to be really careful. Stedeker off the pace there a little bit. Looks like there was a contact between he and Givaldo Spindola. Look at Eugene Fedorov. Fedorov running into seventh position. Little battle there. As Dan Richter getting by. Dan Richter in P7 on board here with Eugene Fedorov. Running in the 84 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. just behind in P9. And on board here with Fedorov as he now has a race on his hands. Mazza wanting to try to get back on the lead lap. He is 2 laps down with a lot of damage that he had incurred on that crash with Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. gets by now in P8. Zaleski is in command, opening up a 1 second lead over Alexis Salviev. Take a look at William Snowden here running in the third position. Snowden kind of out there by himself. He is about 2 seconds off the race lead. Heating up here behind him, though, in P4. Gordon Carter, Givaldo, and Henk-Jan Stedeker. Stedeker does now get by Givaldo. Stedeker on the move here in the fifth position and now sets his sights on Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter just ahead in P4. Stedeker is fifth. Givaldo Spindola is in P6. Givaldo start to back up a little bit as it looks like Dan Richter trying to get by. Givaldo trying to squeeze him down a little bit on that inside. Richter being very patient on the inside and going to try to get around Givaldo side by side into turn 3. And it is hard to pass here, but Givaldo holding his own. Off turn 4, down the straight, and they're still side by side. Oh, there's contact there. And I don't hear a yellow flag. There was contact. Maybe, yeah, we got a yellow flag now. Wow. So there was contact, it looked like. And looked like Richter came around. Richter was on the inside of that mess. Let's take a look at what happened. They're side by side here getting into, see Richter and Spindler there. It looked like Givaldo came down across, and Massa just cannot catch a break. My heavens, man. He's involved in another one, not his, another one of those incidents that just was not his fault. See Massa back behind this action, and then that contact there, and Richter spins up and collects Massa in the meantime. And Indivik, something going on there. Mazda just could not be having a worse race. Take a look at this. Spindler goes down to the inside right here, gets into Richter, and then Mazda gets collected up in that. And what a tough break there. Fedorov had a look at that as well. Let's take a look at the Fedorov's view. He's a little bit back behind this as this unfolds in front of him. As he's trying to slow down, and right there you see Richter as he comes through. So Richter is big time damage there for him. What a tough break for Richter on the inside. And again, he just gets hit here. You see good move there by Mazda, but Mazda then ends up getting collected. So we're now guys on pit lane, and William Snowden is shown as the race leader. Hard to pass on the inside, and that's it. You know, that's part of it. And you get up on the outside, center off in the turns. You know, going off turn 2, center and off of turn 2, center and off of turn 4. The car does get a little bit loose. And Givaldo might have been trying to catch that and came down and got into Dan Richter. Richter is on pit lane taking some service. And it does look like he has finished up his pit stop, so he's now coming back out on track. And I think he is going to stay on the lead lap, which that is good. Givaldo is on the lead lap as well, and he's going to have to take some, he's going to have to start at the end of the longest line. That's the rule in all of our series. Where we have full course cautions. If you cause the caution flag, then you start at the end of the longest line. Indivik has had some trouble here with serving a penalty. And finds herself 4 laps down. So under our second caution flag, Massa's still 2 laps down, and like I said, when it rains, it pours for Fabio, because Fabio was hoping to get back on at least one of those laps back, but got caught up in that accident between Givaldo and Dan Richter. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. The Craftsman Truck Series, Tough Truck Series, will be in action at Darlington Raceway for a 110-lap race on Tuesday, May the 7th. The racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we might get the go back to green this time by. That seems to be an indication from the pace car that the driver that he will be coming down pit lane this time. And the pace car is off. Get ready to go back green. Quick green flag here. Here we go. Back to green. Oh, looks like they're going 3 wide back there behind. Looks like they're going 3 wide. Gordon Carter's got to look at that. They got to shake it out, or got to figure it out, it looks like. Gordon Carter now finds himself in the 5th position as they go back green. On board here with Gordon Carter. He has got some company. Mario Bardelli Jr. trying to get by. Bardelli Jr. got to be really careful here on the inside to get that car to stick, and it's hard here at the Milwaukee Mile. Good battle here for P2. And looked like Staniker's able to get around, but Salviev and Zaleski here battling it out as well. Gordon Carter is in a hornet's nest right now. So it looks like Salviev trying his luck on the inside. Zaleski is in P3. Great battle here. 2 really fast drivers, great IndyCar specialists side by side. Salviev's got that inside line, and he's going to get by Zaleski. Zaleski now back to P4. And I don't know if that battle's over here, as Zaleski says, let me give you a taste of your own medicine, and he gets by, but now Salviev doing the crossover move. He tucks in. As Zaleski now trying to move forward, and he gets around. William Snowden takes over P2. Man, we got some battling up front here with that top 4. Salviev now trying his luck at William Snowden. Snowden a little twitchy right there. That car got a little bit loose through turns 1 and 2. And Salviev picks up that spot. Wow. Let's take a look at this pass. See Salviev to the inside, and Snowden gets a little bit twitchy. Right there, gets a little bit loose. Had to catch it, and tucks back in P4. Salviev is in 3rd. Mateusz Zaleski is our leader. Henk-Jan Stedeker is our leader. Pick that back. Zaleski is in P2. Salviev is 3rd. Snowden is in the 4th position. Gordon Carter, take a look here. He is running in the 6th position. Looks like Dan Richter just behind him. Richter running in P7. Now Richter's coming off an accident where he got some pretty significant damage, but got it repaired. That battle there raging as we go back up here with our race leader, Henk-Jan Stenneker. Matthias Zaleski second, Salviev third, Snowden fourth, and Bardelli Jr. rounding out the top 5. Givaldo here tried to climb back. He had to start at the end of the longest line after that last incident, and it was between he and Dan Richter. Richter might give him a lot of room this time, and it does look like Givaldo's going to pick up a spot. Givaldo now up to 7th. Dan Richter is in P8. Does look like Indivect has rejoined the racing surface after serving her penalty. A little bit of confusion as to how to serve that penalty, and I think it was a stop and go. Now back in P11. We take a look at our leader, Henk-Jan Stenneker. Take a look at that gap there between he and Zaleski. About 1.3, 1.4 seconds. And he's got a lot of laps in throughout the week. Zaleski was out here as well. And you see the folks that come out throughout the week, practice the track, are the ones you see at the top of the grid. Zaleski, however, starting to close in a little bit. Matthias Zaleski is in P2, and those cars are broken away a little bit. Salviev back in 3rd. Snowden is 4th. Let's take a look at William Snowden running in P4. One of those IndyCar specialists. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in 5th. William Snowden Boyd Transport sponsored crew. That's their race team. You see the polka dots. Claudio Bardelli Jr. just behind in P5. Good top 5 run here for Bardelli Jr. He's a stock car specialist, so this guy can get in any car and make it competitive. And right now he's running in P5 with some great IndyCar drivers, specialists in the IndyCar series. Eugene Fedorov here running in the 9th position. Not a lot of practice laps, I think, throughout the week for Fedorov. But right now running in 9th in that Honda. Trying to close in and pick up maybe top 5. Got a little work to do there for Eugene. Eugene is the last car on the lead lap. Again, Richter going to the outside here of Givaldo. Now, I don't know if Givaldo's had some trouble. That Richter picks up that spot. Givaldo now back to the 8th position as Richter moves up to P7. Maybe trying to catch that car from spinning out. I think, like I said, center off both ends of the track. The car can get pretty loose. Henk-Jan Stenneker is in control, and that gap is 1.6 seconds between he and Zaleski. coming up on some lap traffic here very, very soon on board with our race leader. You see some lap cars ahead. Eugene Fedorov, the last car on the lead lap. He wants to stay on the lead lap. It is so hard to get a lap back in the IndyCar series. Fedorov, you'll see scrubbing off a little speed on corner entry. And that indicates to me that that car might be a little tight. This is a danger point right here. Oh, we got somebody into the wall. That might be Gordon Carter. No, that isn't. That is Indivect, I think, in the wall. As those guys get by, Indivect now tucks in. So Steneker able to navigate through that traffic. Wow. Take a look at this again. A little bit late in the game right there, but he was able to get through. Steneker getting through. So some lap traffic in play now. We'll take a look at Zaleski. He's able to navigate through. Salviev able to get through as well, and Bardelli Jr. follows him. So some lap cars becoming a little bit of an issue here for some of these guys. And Indivect having some boy, getting way up the track. Maybe a little contact, right side contact earlier is allowing those guys to go by. Trial by fire here in the IndyCar series. Take a look at this. Bardelli Jr. William Snowden getting after it. This is for P4. Bardelli Jr. to the inside. Snowden on the outside, and Bardelli Jr. in the 19 going to pull off that pass here on lap 52. Close it in on Indivect. As they get by, and Bardelli Jr. now climbing up to P4. Steneker still leading, but extending that lead to almost 1.8 seconds. And it looks like Mazza on pit lane. Fabio hoping to get a points night out of this. So Fabio Mazza on pit lane, taking some service. Here on lap 54, Fabio Mazza had a tough beginning of the race. Got caught up in an accident there with Bardelli Jr. and really came out on the worst end of that deal. And here he is finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track in P10, 4 laps down. And what you do when you're Fabio in that case is you just get out here, mix it up. You've spent the time out on the track here. Let's get out here, mix it up, and maybe make this a points night. Who knows? You might have somebody have some trouble throughout the race, get out of the race, you gain another position or two. So you're thinking big picture here with just the third race into the season. .6-second lead for Steneker. Zaleski is in P2. 2.5 now down. A lot of racing left to go. Salviev is in P3, about 4.5 seconds down out of P2. Almost 8 seconds down to the race leader. Givaldo here running in P8, one lap down. Just got lapped by our race leader. Take a look at Gordon Carter here in the 6th position. Really joined HORL last year, and we recognized right away, our leadership at HORL, we recognized right away how much, what contribution he was making, and he's a really level-headed person, and we asked him to be part of our board, and he's had some great suggestions, done some great work, helps do some testing for us as well, whenever we need guys to show up and do testing, and here he is mixing it up in the IndyCar series, and we are definitely lucky to have him. He is a character, that's for sure. See out of the back of his machine, he's running in 8th. Dan Richter, Gordon Carter running in the 6th position. Dan Richter running in P7. Richter's probably fighting a little bit of a boogered up car. He got involved in an accident earlier, and that car has not been the same since. Take a look at Dan Richter here in P7. Now we're getting some word that Gordon Carter is going to be making a pit stop here next time. So a little bit of room for him, for Richter, hopefully, to get by. So Gordon Carter indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. And that is exactly what we're seeing. Gordon Carter is on pit lane. And that may be an indication of what's going on with some of these other guys, that they may be coming down pit lane here very soon as well. So you see Carter driving down pit lane here, take some service. William Snowden on pit lane. Carter finishing up his pit stop, now coming back out on track. So now you got to wonder, Hank Jan Steneker, when is he going to make a pit stop? Snowden is on pit lane. Snowden, one of our European drivers on pit lane here, an extended pit stop for Snowden. Long time on pit lane for William Snowden. That was a long pit stop. Now coming back out, Selesky on pit lane. Indivec also on pit lane. So Zaleski pulling into his pit box. Steneker maybe getting a little bit better fuel mileage than some of these guys. So now you got to ask, when is Steneker going to be coming down pit lane? But Snowden had an extended pit stop. Now back to P9. And Steneker getting by a lap car. Salviev is in second. Bardelli Jr. up to P3. Richter fourth. And Givaldo in fifth. Again, Steneker, Salviev, Bardelli Jr., and Richter all need to come down pit lane. Take a look at that gap there between P1, P2. 8 seconds, 8.5 seconds. Steneker came to play here today at the Milwaukee Mile. I like this track. I want to send a shout out to Alexander Meshkov and also Brent Owen and their work individually on getting us a track that works in not only the Indy cars but also the stock cars. And I think those guys are going to do some collaboration there and kind of mesh some things together. Both of them have a version of the track, and they're going to work together, get some things taken care of. And I think this track's ready to go for stock cars as well. So Staneker still staying out here on the track, extended for him. And we got guys spread out across the track here now as the guys on different pit strategies. Zaleski to the high side. Getting by. Oh, Givaldo hard into the wall. Givaldo made contact with the wall after Zaleski had gotten around. Wow, that was a hard contact there for Givaldo. We'll go back and take a look at that. Take a look at Givaldo. Right here, and this is going to be hard contact coming off the turn. Right here, just runs out of room and smacks the outside wall. And we're getting a blue flag now. Somebody on the inside, and that might be Fedorov on the inside. So there's something really, really devastating going on with Fedorov's machine. And he's going to try to limp it around onto pit lane. Wow. Oh, no wing for Fedorov, so big-time problems there for him. So Fedorov has had some trouble. So Eugene Fedorov, we'll take a look and see what happened to Eugene. Oh, contact there, and then, hard into the inside wall. No caution flag. Spraying parts all over the infield. And that rattled his cage. We got some more issues here on the track. Look at this. Oh, there was contact there. Contact. That might have been Massa. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, it looked like, take a look there. William Snowden, he's on fresher tires, gets into the back of Salviev, and Salviev holds on to that. Holy smokes. Bardelli Jr. had a ringside seat for that action. On board here with Bardelli Jr. Watch this. Watch this move where Bardelli Jr. plays. You see Fedorov on that inside. And I think Bardelli Jr. had a look at this. Trying to think of who that was. I thought that was Bardelli Jr. there. Yeah, it was. Bardelli Jr. Watch this. You see that contact there? Snowden gets into the back of Salvia. And then Bardelli Jr. going to slip through right there. And Salviev gathers it back up. So Bardelli Jr. up to P2 after the contact between Snowden and Salviev. Take a look out of the front of Bardelli Jr.'s machine. And he gets by Salviev. He was lucky that Salviev did not come back down the track. And I believe Bardelli Jr. might be coming down pit lane this time. He's indicating that he's making a pit stop. So Bardelli Jr. making a pit stop here on lap 83. Staneker is our leader. Take a look at Dan Richter. Richter running in the third position. Now he is almost a lap down. You know, you're running probably around 23-second laps, maybe 24 here on older tires, but you know, I think you're looking at 24 seconds and some change right now, maybe 23. So he is 21 seconds down to the race leader. And I think that race leader on his way to catching up. We'll take a look at Dan Richter. He's running in P3. So we take a look at Richter here, and then there is the race leader. Take a look at the Matthias Zaleski. Zaleski is one lap down in the 4th position. Staniker has been pretty much flawless here tonight. Salviev is on pit lane in the our points leader on pit lane right now. And you got to be wondering how long Staniker is going to stay out here before making a pit stop. He's getting, looks like a little bit better tire management, tire wear, and also better fuel mileage than some of these guys. He's got a 20-second lead over P2, but he is staying out a long time. He might be trying to, cut a pit stop out here. Definitely hear him downshifting into 5th, I believe. It might be even down into 4th. Trying to set that car up for a run off the turn.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag. This is not what some of these guys wanted to see. Dan Richter's like, hey, I'll take it. Oh, we got a car up in the wall. That looks like Indivec in the wall. Massa off pace. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Massa to the inside and then comes up the track. Oh, man, it might be meeting in the middle there, but Massa, oh, and then both of them climbing the wall. And then, wow, like Indivec is on her lid. Then right here, not a great look at that, but you see climbing up the track right there, getting into Indivec. And then both of them up the track into the wall. Not sure who that other car was. Salvia had a look at that, I believe. You see going up the track right there and getting into Indivec. Oof. That was ugly there. Go back to live. We were taking a look at that there. Sorry. We were on the side-by-side view. Take a look at this again on the full-fledged view right there. That was a nasty wreck. And pit stops underway. So we got 3 cars on the lead lap. Richter, Bardelli Jr., Richter, and Staneker. Now, Bardelli Jr. may be trying to stay out and hope for a quickie caution here. We got guys flying out here, getting in the... Zaleski had some trouble. I don't know why he was doing, but Zaleski spinning around. So we'll take a look at Staneker here at the leader. Richter in second, so Bardelli Jr. is the 3rd car on the lead lap. The rest of these guys got caught a lap down with those earlier pit stops. Approaching halfway, a lot of laps to go. War of attrition here, somewhat. Get it so hard to get a lap back in the IndyCar series with the way these rules are. So Zaleski is the first car 1 lap down. Salviev also got caught a lap down. Bardelli Jr. shown as in 3rd on the lead lap. He stayed out. He's hoping to get his lap back. I think we're going to go green this time by, I believe. We'll tell by the pace car. See if the pace car does that a little twitchy. Down to the inside and back up to the outside. Don't forget the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way just a little bit later tonight. Race number 8 of the season. It is at Kansas Speedway, 100-lap race. Beat the broadcast tonight to get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up with the boys. And it does look like we are going to go green this time by. Saturday Night Thunder, man. Very fun Cup Series. And Kansas will be a lot of fun in that series, that's for sure. Pace car is off.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Dedeker gets a good start there. Richter is in second. Although Richter is about fourth in line right now as Gordon Carter gets by. Gordon Carter shown in the sixth position. Richter, his car has not been super good after that accident early in the race. Take a look at Salviev. He is running in the fourth position, one lap down. Out of the front of his car, you see Dan Richter running in P2. Salviev wants to try to get up there, get around the race leader, and get his lap back. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, looks like Zaleski's come around. Zaleski's come around, I believe. Not sure who that was. It wasn't Zaleski. That was, looked like maybe Dan Richter came around. Richter's had some trouble. More trouble for Dan Richter here in the 65 car. Another quickie caution. See what happened to Dan. I don't know if there was any contact or not, but he just gets loose coming off the turn. We talked about that. Loose center off and then into the inside wall. Really looked like off of turn two. So right down here in the dark gray. And coming off the turn, here's what's going to snap around on him right there. He jumps back up the track just a little bit, and the car comes around. Salviev able to get around. Salviev definitely had a ringside seat for that, but on board here with Salviev, as you see Richter, he's going to break loose here. Right there, as Salviev stays in the gas and gets around. Go back live here and take a look at our field. So another caution flag. Not what these guys want to see, that's for sure. That helps Dan Richter out a little bit. I mean, Bardelli Jr. out a little bit. Looks like Zaleski has retired his race. Retired from the race. That's too bad there. Hate to see that happen. Indivect is on pit lane. Hyphen Indivect. Dedeker's the race leader, and Dan Richter is shown second, but Richter is on pit lane and will have to start at the end of the longest line. Mario Bardelli Jr. shown in third, also on pit lane. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be back in action on Friday. Race number 8 of the season, 110 laps from Darlington, the Lady in Black. So this season's starting to wind down here really quickly. And we got a tight points battle as well. So that's the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Xfinity Series coming up on Friday at Darlington. Man, could you imagine these cars being out at Darlington? Woo! That'd actually make that track fun, in my opinion. Darlington is a very difficult track, but I think maybe with a little bit of grip here, cars that have a little bit of grip to them, it'd be a lot of fun. See, Fedorov is on pit lane. Looks like Richter is going to have to start at the longest line. So a couple caution flags here right in a row. We've had some good racing though today. Just past halfway. Guys, we're really excited about this track. A lot of guys out today came out and practiced this track throughout the week, and we're really excited about a lot of chatter there about how tough it is on tires. How different it was from some of the other tracks here, ovals that IndyCar sees. I saw this on the schedule when I was coming up with the schedule. I saw it on the real IndyCar series schedule, and I was like, really? Wow, Milwaukee miles back. You know, a la type Gateway type of track. We got the flat. Of course, Gateway's that egg-shaped oval. A little bit bigger than Milwaukee Mile, but still got the flat corners. Got some downshifting you got to do at Gateway. Good to see IndyCar going back to some of those ovals. You know, they've obviously gotten away from the 1.5 miles because of the Dan Weldon incident. And him passing away, was it at Texas, I believe, maybe Vegas? I think it was Texas, one of those two. Some pretty wild crashes in those 1.5 miles. They get so much speed. And it's good to see them get away from those. So they've thrown some of the shorter tracks on. You never know, man. We might see Richmond back before you know it. Maybe throw something else in there, like an IRP. Lucas Oil. Pace car's off. Here we go. Get ready to go back green.
Green flag. Go, go, go.
Back to green. Steneker, the leader. Guy's going to try to clamor to get around, and hey, get out of my way. Clamor to get around, maybe get that lap back. Salviev, he wants this lap back. He's in P4, and he's showing some muscle now. Oh, slings it into the corner. Steneker up on the high side now. Alexei Salviev wants a quickie caution, but he's gotten his lap back. Dan Richter on pit lane. Interesting there for him. Sure what happened to Dan Richter, but he is on pit lane. So Salviev in third has his lap back for now. Steneker may not fight him too much, but you never know, because it might be a good idea to try to get him down a lap. Put him back down a lap, because anytime Salviev on the track, he is a threat to win. So our race leader, Hank Steneker, he's going to certainly, I think, unless something drastic happens, get the credit for most laps led today. Bardelli Jr. is in second. Bardelli Jr. having a pretty good night. He had some challenges there early on, but he's running in P2. 3 seconds back to the race leader. William Snowden and Gordon Carter here mix it up. Snowden on the inside, Gordon Carter on the outside line. William Snowden looking to take over P5. Gordon Carter back to P6. Staniker maybe trying to climb back onto the back of Salviev and get him down a lap again. That would be big. That'd be devastating for Salviev as we're down on the back half of this race. But now Salviev is actually hoping for a caution flag. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola here running into 7th position. He's 2 laps down. Had a pretty good, first 20 laps or so, 20, 30 laps, but did got a little bit of a hole there with some contact. Mixing it up, though, in the 7th position. Just ahead of him in P6 is Gordon Carter. Fabio Mazza running in the 8th position. He's 4 laps down. He got caught up in an accident early on in the race. I think the first accident of the race he's actually a victim of, and that car has not been right since. Kelly Jr. now 5.5 seconds back. Staniker definitely faster. And Richter back out on track. He is 1 lap down in the 4th position. And I'm just kind of curious as why he pitted, unless he had another penalty for some reason here. We threw longest line penalty for the caution flag. And now he's in 4th. He is 1 lap down. Not really at risk so much of going another lap down, but he's wanting to get back on the lead lap. There was some contact earlier in the race where he was a victim, and then had a self-spin here. He brought out that last caution flag. Take a look at William Snowden running in P5. Good top 5 run here for Snowden at Boyd Transport Team. And Gordon Carter, Givaldo, all 2 laps down, 5, 6, and 7. William Snowden leading that charge. Take a look at Givaldo. He's running in the 7th position. Good top 10 run here for him. Fabio Mazza, as we talked about, 4 laps down. Been a tough race here for him. He may be thinking bigger picture. He is running in the 8th position. Now it does look like now that Staniker is closing in a little bit on Salviev. That may make Salviev fight a little bit harder to stay on the lead lap. So we take a look at those two guys. Steniker, the leader. Salviev just ahead in third, is on the lead lap. He fought to get around Steniker, and now trying to hold on to that. And this is going to help if Snowden closes in and tries to get around as well. Now Snowden is in P5, and he is 2 laps down. He wants to try to get one of his laps back. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. kind of out there by himself right now. He's 8.5 seconds, almost 9 seconds back. But he's running in P2. And I don't think I would have thought that Claudio would have been up to P2 with that first part of the race where he got into a little bit of a pickle there and fell back. But luck be the way it is. Now he finds himself in the second position. Take a look at Gordon Carter running in 6th. Maybe he has a chance to crack the top 5. Right now, Gordon is looks like about 10 seconds down to William Snowden, who is in the 5th position. So a little work to do for Gordon Carter. See out of the back of his car, Fabio Massa. Massa running in the 8th spot. He was 4 laps down. Looking big picture here too. A lot of guys with being 4 laps down would have probably retired from the race. He's looking big picture here and trying to get some points. Fedorov here has had a pretty challenging race tonight as well. He is running in the 9th position, 7 laps down. Call him the Snow Maiden. That's his paint scheme in the Xfinity Series. Steniker now closing in on Salviev. Salviev right there in P3. He wants to try to get around Richter and put a little bit of a gap between he and the race leader. So Salviev just ahead, P3. We're on board here with the leader, Hank Steniker. Oh, Steniker a little bit loose there coming around between 3 and 4. Off of 4, a little bit loose. And you see he backs off, and that gives Salviev. Oh, Salviev touching the grass there. Oh, that got to get a little wiggly too. Steniker now going to go up on the outside. Trying to put Salviev down the lap. Salviev got loose, touched the grass. And now fighting. But Steniker's going to pull off that pass. Oh, this is getting busy up here. Getting busy with some lap traffic. Steniker to the inside. Gets around Salviev. And now Salviev back down 1 lap. Wow. Just touched the grass a little bit. Maybe that curb, and that car got a little wiggly on him. He said center off, the car can get loose. And we saw that happen both with the race leader and Salviev. It looked like Salviev was going to open up a gap when Steniker had some trouble, but then Salviev had trouble in the next turn. Good battling there. Textbook pass by Steneker. Now Steneker just has one car on the lead lap to contend with, and that is Bardelli Jr., who is 12 seconds back. In control, Hank Steneker. 90% skill, 10% luck, I think, today for Hank Steneker. Definitely got to be able to put your car in the right position, but you also need to be a little bit lucky here. And Steneker now rolling up on some more lap traffic. 137 laps in. We are closing in on 50 to go. Dan Richter, 2 laps down in the 4th position, has really got to rest on, that, I think, because it's going to be really hard to, but he's got a battle there with Snowden. It's going to be really hard for him to climb back onto the lead lap, but gaining some spots. He's in 4th. Maybe trying to hold on to that spot as William Snowden running in P5, so you got to kind of hang your hat on the fact that this is going to be a good points night for you, barring any problems. Salviev to the inside here, getting around Givaldo. Givaldo giving him a lot of room. So Salviev in P3. Going to give those guys like Snowden and Richter some room. Snowden maybe having a little bit more trouble getting by. On board here with William Snowden. Snowden closing in on Richter, so this is a battle for position. Richter in 4th, Snowden in P5. A good battle here between the two of these guys. Snowden almost running out of room there as Richter opens up a gap. Snowden had some trouble, got a little bit tight through that turn. Back up here with Dan Richter. See that gap there now is opened up. 6/10 or so not too bad, but Snowden recovered a little bit and now trying to gut back into that gap between he and Richter. Down the front stretch. Salviev, I believe, is on pit lane, so Richter now is in P3, so Salviev looks like he may have pitted his car. So interesting there as Salviev making a pit stop. Now finds himself 2 laps down in the 5th position. He was 2 laps down, but Richter, Snowden, 3 and 4 now. As Richter now getting around some more lap traffic. Snowden following him through, and this is getting tight here. Tightening back up as William Snowden climbing onto the back of the Dan Richter machine. Down to 4/10, and Snowden looks like he's a little bit better on corner entry, and Richter better off the corner. A little bit wide there for Snowden. That gap there, 1.5 seconds between the two of those guys. Richter has opened up a little bit of a gap. So Gordon Carter is on pit lane as Givaldo picking up a spot. Now over to P6. Gordon Carter is making his pit stop, finishing up now. But Hank Stedeker is the leader. .150 laps in. Grueling race here. Laps to go. Hank Stedeker in control. Last car on the lead lap is Claudio Bardelli Jr., the only other car right now on the lead lap, and he wants to stay on that lead lap. But I'll tell you what, he is at risk. He has got climbing up behind him. He's got the race leader, and that is Stedeker. Stedeker closing in. Oh, a little bit loose right there. Stedeker in the middle of the turn. Saw the front of that car. Turn it around, and Bardelli Jr. wants to get around some of these guys and put a little bit of interference. Run some interference between he and the race leader. Bardelli Jr. diving down to the inside, and it looks like Gordon Carter's going to let him go. And we got some more lap traffic there. More lap traffic. That's end of that. That's Stedeker's teammate. And that is going to help Bardelli Jr. That got interesting. Look at this battle here. Salviev and Snowden. Salviev to the inside. This is for P4, and Salviev picking up a spot. Snowden falls back to P5. Stedeker now trying to maybe get back up there and put Bardelli Jr. a lap down. So Gordon Carter just ahead. A little bit of oversteer now for Stedeker through the turns. Richter's on pit lane. Snowden on pit lane. Dan Richter making a pit stop here on lap 156. Like Richter finishing that pit stop now, coming back out on track in fourth. Be careful there not to touch the grass as you come around, and it is an interesting exit to pit lane as well as an entry to pit lane too. Richter now in P4. Some of our key players have had some trouble here tonight. Maza, Zaleski. Salviev had a little bit of trouble. Dan Richter. And Massa had some trouble as well. On board here with Hank Stedeker. See Gordon Carter just ahead in P7, and our second place car holding his own there at the tail end of the lead lap. And that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. little bit loose there, center off. Talked about that in the pre-race show. It was my experience out driving the car, getting some laps in to kind of get a feel for this track, that it was, and look at that, Steneker is coming down pit lane. That's going to help some of these guys out. Some of these guys might be able to get a lap back. Bardelli Jr. definitely breathing a sigh of relief. And we almost had a caution flag there, as it looks like Indivek might have had some problems. Indivek. Oh, and there's a caution flag! Caution flag. Indivek's back into traffic. And wow, not what Steneker wanted to see, and he's going to make it off pit lane. He does. And it looked like Salviev might have gotten caught up in that as well. So Indivek, let's see what happened. Take a look here. Slowing, way slowing down on the track. Not sure why that was the case. And then hard contact. Salviev, take a look here. Salviev trying to get through and then just slowing way down right there. And then Salviev, he's going to have some major front end damage. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Indivek slows way down right there in the middle of the turn, and Salviev has nowhere to go but into the back of Indivek. So take a look here, and this is just a hard lick right there. Oh man, Indivek there backing it into pit lane. It leaves me scratching my head here a little bit. Getting some wing on the track. That'll stay there for a bit, I think. And these guys are going to come down pit lane. Bardelli Jr. wanted that one. I tell you right now, he got super lucky on that. Steneker also got lucky coming back on pit lane without going down a lap. Steneker shown as the race leader. Now, he was on pit lane when Indivek had the issue when the caution flag came out. Salviev got really the short end of the stick on that. That was pretty awful. And I think, Indivek with the missing the wing is going to have some trouble even getting the car back around. You see there, no wing on that car. So that bunches everybody back up. Bardelli Jr. is on the lead lap now. Staneker in second. And that, helps out Claudio. He certainly was, he didn't want to see anybody wreck or anything like that, but he definitely wanted to see a caution flag to, get back that lap. So he was a tail end of the lead lap. That really helped him out. He did come down pit lane, so that allowed Staneker to reclaim the race lead, but now Bardelli Jr. is there in the mix. And with just around, 34 laps to go, 33 laps to go, I think the intensity is going to climb up a bit, a la at the beginning of the race. Cars getting wave rounds. Mazza, one of those, so getting one of his laps back. Another one might be Zaleski. Well, Zaleski's down quite a number of laps there. I think he left and maybe rejoined, but next week, we will be at Indianapolis. That's home for me, man. Come over and have a beer. Indianapolis GP 40-lap race coming up next week on May the 11th. So switching gears again. Little road course action. I think Indy road course is a lot of fun. Turn 1, into turn 2 is pretty challenging. But it's a fun track. Once you get a little bit of experience, it's very challenging, I think, with the IndyCar. It's better in the GT3, but once you get the hang of it, it is a heck of a lot of fun. We're back to green. Bardelli Jr. on the outside. As Staneker gets around and Bardelli Jr. has to tuck in. We got some battling here, not for the race lead, but Snowden in P5 to the inside, and he's wanting to get a lap back. Snowden wanting to get around. It looks like he gets one of his laps back. He's now 2 laps down. Oh, and he spins. Takes out the race leader. Snowden might have spun, and the leader got caught up in that. Told you the intensity was going to go up, and it did. Snowden fought hard to get around, but man, that car just broke loose on him. And brings out a caution flag. Take a look here as Snowden breaks loose right there. And Staneker gets into it there. It gets hard into the wall. This guy did a great job of missing that stuff. Bardelli Jr. watching him out of the front of his car. Take a look here out of Bardelli Jr.'s machine. right there. They see that contact there with Snowden had come around. And Bardelli Jr. gets through. Man, there was some, Gordon Carter had a look at that as well. Wow. Watch this out of Gordon Carter's machine. See, there's the smoke. Watch this, Gordon Carter move with a race right there. And Staneker got caught in that. Staneker got caught up in this. Watch this, breaking loose here, and he knows he's in deep trouble. And contact into the outside wall. Those guys did a great job of missing him, not making this worse. It just looked like Snowden had lost the back end of the car right here. Corner entry, too. And then Staneker into the wall. So we go back to live. So another quickie caution. And I'll be wondering, kind of curious to see if these guys actually come down pit lane. I think certainly Staneker's going to be, and he's on pit lane. So Bardelli Jr., I'll tell you what, man, when you get the lucky horseshoe, you're going to take advantage of it. He is on the lead lap and in the lead. How about that? Salviev shown in third. He is the first car one lap down. But Bardelli Jr. and Staneker, looks like right now it is a race between those two. Salviev third, Richter fourth, Snowden is in fifth. We got two cars one lap down. Salviev and Richter might be battling for position. Looking at about 26 laps to go. Good long green flag runs, but we've had a pile of cautions here together. Cautions breed cautions. Thanks everybody for joining me here on TurnLeft TV, whether it be live or on replay. This is race number 3 We are at the Milwaukee Mile. First time visiting this track, thanks to Alexander Meshkoff, also Britt Owen. Bringing Milwaukee Mile to us. And I think we're probably going to go green this time by. Just have a feeling. Don't forget the high-octane racing tough trucks will be back in action at Darlington Raceway, 110 laps at the Lady in Black on May the 7th. That's Tuesday. It's race number 2 of a brand new season. Racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lagging back quite a bit from the pace car. Pace car's off. Here we go. Back to green. For how long? Oh, Salviev, he wants to get around, and he does. He muscles his way through. He's back on the lead lap. That quickie caution took advantage of that, and he is back on the lead lap. He muscled his way around the race leader. Bardelli Jr., the leader. Steneker with a little bit of damage now. 2 seconds back. And Salviev back up to P3, or he is in P3 on the lead lap. That could be dangerous, man. Take a look at Dan Richter here running in the 4th spot. It looks like Indivec is on pit lane. Also, Staneker coming down pit lane. Staneker on pit lane. Unscheduled pit stop here for Hank Staneker. Wow, that is a game changer there. Big time game changer as Staneker on pit lane. Bardelli Jr. is the leader. This guy always seems to find a way to get that car up front and compete for a race win. I don't care what he's driving. He could be driving a wheelbarrow. He could drive an ice cream truck. This guy's going to make it competitive. Take a look at Givaldo here running into 6th position, hoping to crack the top 5. He is 4 laps down. William Snowden running in P5. We're starting to wind down the laps here. Dan Richter has worked his way back up to P3. You had to interview Dan Richter, had to ask him if he thought after all this mess that he'd end up being 3rd. He probably would have told you, heck no. He is in P3, 1 lap down. Not sure why Staneker made a pit stop. Didn't hear anything on the radio. Lap 184 in the books. That's Claudio Bardelli Jr., 21-second lead over Salvia. You can look at Alexi. He has gotten around. He really got aggressive on the start and found himself getting around the race leader, getting his lap back. So he's at the tail end of the lead lap. About 3 seconds ahead of Bardelli Jr. on the track. 21.3 seconds behind on that lap. Gordon Carter and Dan Richter side by side. Gordon Carter, he's running 4 laps down into 7th position. Gave Dan Richter a lot of room. Take a look at Stedeker after making a pit stop. He finds himself 1 lap down in the 4th position. Remember, a lot of right side damage on that crash when Indivec got into the wall. Spun around and made contact. Fabio Massa keeps plugging away here in the 8th position in the 48 car. Four laps down. He had Gordon Carter and Givaldo all 4 laps down. 3 cars, 4 laps down. 6th, 7th, and 8th. That lead down to 19.6 seconds. So Salviev is cutting in. What he still needs probably will be a caution flag to catch back up. He's definitely faster here with 10 laps to go. But Claudio Bardelli Jr. has a 19.3 second lead. So remember, Salviev was a lap down, jumped around on the restart, got around the race leader, got back on the lead lap. Dan Richter running in P3, 1 lap down. Looking at the front of Richter's machine. He had a lot of trouble early on in the race and has been able to persevere, just keep plugging away, and now finds himself in P3. Lead now down to 18.9 seconds for Bardelli Jr., 18.7. So Salviev on the move, but I'll tell you what, if this thing stays green, he's not going to have enough time to run down Claudio Bardelli Jr. Salviev getting by Eugene Fedorov. Fedorov had a pretty rough night here. He's running in that 84 car with 5 laps to go. He is in the 9th position, 8 laps down. He got caught up in an early incident and has not really been able to bounce back in that machine. He's in the number 84 car. That lap traffic there has given Salviev a little bit of trouble. 19 seconds down, extending that lead is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Under 5 to go. Zaleski on pit lane here late in the race. Probably feels like, hey, I'm not going to be able to gain any more positions here. We might as well just park it early. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 2 to go. Bardelli Jr. wants to see this race stay green. Now closing in a little bit on Salviev. 20-second gap now. I should say extending that lead with just 2 to go. Coming off turn 2 down the backstretch. Last lap here for Claudio Bardelli Jr. Around turn 2 on the backstretch. Bardelli Jr. able to persevere today. Got a little bit of a trouble early on, but now finds himself crossing the start-finish line in P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting the victory here in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. What a run there for Bardelli Jr. Wow. Amazing run there for him. And talk about persevering. He was able to really overcome some pretty deep adversity early in the race. And the 19 in victory lane. Wow. How about that? Stock car specialist comes out and takes home the victory at the Milwaukee Mile in the IndyCars. What a great run there for Claudio. And I think he's excited about this one. Wow, what a run there for him. First time winner here in the IndyCar Series. And he is having fun with that car. What a run for him, man. Let's take a look at the final results. Interesting race, that's for sure. Claudio Bardelli Jr. gets the win. Alexei Salviev battles back from P2, battles back to finish being P2. Dan Richter third. Hank Jan Stedeker finishes in fourth. William Snowden fifth. Givaldo Spindola finishes in that sixth position. In seventh was Gordon Carter. Fabio Massa battles back for the eighth position. Eugene Fedorov ninth. Matthias Zaleski finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position is Kijk Indevek. Witsky Kijk Indevek finishes in the 11th spot. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. We'll see if we can't get him in the booth. And what a battle there. What a way to persevere, too. And come back and make the best of a bad situation. All right, we got Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us in the booth. And did you expect to win this race?
No. I'm very tired. And
you had some early trouble today too, and really, battled back to get back on the lead lap, and then, like a gift, the race leader had problems.
I'm gift, no problem. I win, no problem.
Must be your birthday.
I don't know, but I love it.
Wow, you sounded very excited when you won and doing your burnouts, and guys were congratulating you. I just heard the excitement in your voice. What does it mean here to win in the IndyCar series with these guys that are IndyCar specialists?
Yes, this guy is very strong. The setup, the car. I no expected to win the race. But I'm lucky. I try to no pit stop in 100 laps. I try to I imagine to I got it, but I don't know who guy, but I believe he is finishing second. But I'm gifted. I'm gifted. Yesterday I'm not gifted, but today is gifted.
Well, on that last restart, Alexei Salviev, who was the first car one lap down, it got around you pretty aggressively and then sort of drove off. Did you have fear that a caution flag might come out and put him back on the lead lap with you?
Yes, I tried to defend the position. Is very important to me. But I am very strong, and Alexei is very fast in the track, in the Indy. But I'm pray. No yellows, no yellows, no yellows.
Absolutely. Next week we have Indianapolis GP, the road course there. You don't know what your plans are, but if so, if you're going to race it, what do you think of that track?
I love Indianapolis, but I love the oval. the road course is more or less. Guys, one question. The guys in the NASCAR PR is waiting for you to next week in Indianapolis 500.
I don't know if I can race for 3 or 4 hours, but that's my tough part of that.
3 hours.
I know. It is so hard. When you get old, things happen, man.
Okay, no problem.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations, and we hope to see you next week, Indianapolis GP. Enjoy this win, Claudio. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Obrigado.
So that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here in the broadcast booth, and what a finish there for him! What a win for Claudio, and I could tell he was excited and really not expecting to win this race, especially with the conditions that happened early in the race too, in that situation where he got caught up in a crash. But wow, what an amazing run there for him! Don't forget, man, next week will be Indianapolis GP, 40-lap race from that very challenging road course at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So that's coming up on May 11th, and racing will start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of fun at that track, that's for sure. The High-Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back on Tuesday, May the 7th, race number 2 of the season. It's Darlington Raceway, 110 laps, and that's going to be a blast, man. The Tough Truck Series, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, always fun. I've been racing in that series, and I've had a lot of fun with these guys in the very respectful racing on Tuesday nights as well. Saturday Night Thunder coming up in just a little while. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right, Kansas Speedway. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. 100-lap race number 8 of the season at Kansas in the Saturday Night Thunder. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and smash the bell. Appreciate everybody being out here tonight. That's going to do it for me. I got to let the dog out, boys and girls. I am out of here.